Hello crafters, it's Gareth from G's Creations and welcome to the first video in a new series I'm calling Card Making Monday Mixed. So it's a mixed card making Monday. Now on Mondays, kind of throughout the year, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it every Monday or every other Monday or a few Mondays a month, or I'll just do it as I fancy, but I've done a specific designed thumbnail so you'll know that it's a Monday mixed card making video. Now I've decided to make whatever card I fancy, whatever time of the year it is, whether it be for autumn, for winter, for Halloween, for Christmas, for summer, don't care what time of the year it is. If I get an inkling for it, I'm going to make it. So that's why I've called it the Mixed Card Making Monday series. So if you follow me on Facebook, if not, why not? Head over to G's Creations on Facebook or Elf Creations for my other YouTube channel and come and join in the fun. I posted these pictures towards the end of last week. This is a stamp set that is sold in my store. Now you could do this with any of your stamp sets, but I like to challenge myself in regards to stamp sets that kind of have a theme. Now this is Winter Garden, so it's obviously key towards late winter, spring flowers like the daffodils, the snowdrops, that type of thing. It has pansies and all kinds of things, but I want to make a seasonal card, one for autumn, one for spring, one for autumn. I said autumn already, didn't I? One for winter, one for autumn, one for spring and one for summer. Now I've done the winter one using the items from the stamp set, and I have done the autumn one. These two were posted on my Facebook last week. So today I am going to do the spring one. Now I've already created this using the tree stamp set, and then we have these kind of falling leaves. Now I've stamped them so they're like green and then pink, so it's like the spring blossom. So I've already done that, and I've used my square nesting die with a stitch edge, and then I've just backed it on some blue. So this is going to be a 6x6 card. Just going to move this out the way, and I'm going to get my card base ready. So I'm just going to cut my 300 GSM cardstock. I do love using this this heavy duty cardstock for cards. It just gives it that quality because it's quite substantial. So that gives me two card bases, and I've got my insert. I just want to measure my insert, make sure that's 6 inches, because the insert needs to be exactly the same as the card, because I like to work on the insert rather than the actual card base. Let's score it. Get my good old trustworthy Martha Stewart scoreboard. So just score my card base. And one thing I'm going to do, as I have done with the previous two cards, I'm going to round the corners. I'm going to use my corner rounder from We Are Memory Keepers. I'm going to use the 1/2 inch. With the insert that I'm going to be working on, and I'll just glue the insert directly onto the card. Okie dokie, so leave that to one side. Right, now look at the images. So I've decided to do the spring one today. So I'm going to be using these pansy stamps. Now these pansies have done, so you have the solid colour, and then you have the kind of detail in a secondary stamp. So I think I may use that, or shall I use the daffodils? Actually, I'm going to use the daffodils. I do love daffodils, one of my favourite they are one of my favourite flowers for the springtime, and I'm going to use my Fiskars press. So bring up some scrap paper and use my good old trusted Memento ink, because I'm going to be using some alcohol markers, and I'm going to, actually before I do that, I'm going to work out where I want my image. So I have one to this side, I have one at the bottom. Okay, I think this one I'm going to have on this side, so I need to concentrate the bigger images on this side. So I think I'm going to have a big one there. On and off the page, because like any designer paper you buy, the images are not just on the page itself. Be using some of my alcohol markers. Right, so because obviously tulips are traditionally yellow, I've got GB4 and GB3. So the GB4 I'm going to use first, so that's the darker of the two colours. And I'm going to zoom you in. Now I'm no amazing colourist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just going to do what I feel is comfortable for me. I just tend to put the darker colours at the bottom of things, obviously for shade and contrast. GB3. LB3. Let me see how dark that is. Yeah, it's nice and light, so good to use that on the leaves and the stalks. What I did just there, I just caught it, but I'm not going to stress about that. I can cover that up with the tree image. We all make mistakes. It's just whether you choose to stress about them or not, and I really don't. I try not to anyway. I'm going to use towards the base, just to give it some texture and difference in colour. Put those away. And then going back to the stamp set, and I need the sentiment that reads "just a note," because oops, wrong way round, crafters, my apologies. So one thing I like to do, I don't know if you noticed on these ones, I've just knotted the ribbon rather than putting a bow. I just put a knot in the ribbon, and I'm going to do the same with all of the cards. I'm simply going to put a knot in it, and then I'm going to get my good old trusted sellotape. Okay, so I want that to be there. So you need to be on the back there. So I'm just going to secure it on the back with some sellotape. And the same at the bottom, cutting off the excess, making sure that it's also straight. Okay, that looks straight to me. Okay, and then we're going to add our little spring tree scene, and I'm going to put some of these foam dots which are available from G's Embellishment Emporium. You get 440 squares for 50 pence, or about $60-70 dollars, not dollars, $60 or $70 60 or 70 cents. Wow, that's expensive foam pads. Right, and I'm going to put that just there, making sure that I cover that little boo-boo. And then back to my art glitter glue. And then I'm going to glue this directly to the card base. Making sure I put some glue on the ribbons. And this will be exactly the same size. Oh, it should be, but I think it's a bit bigger. Hang on, crafters, I think I need to trim this down ever so slightly. I think that's slightly bigger than 6 inches. Yep, it is. Okay, sure I wipe off all the glue. Make sure that you measure your inserts correctly, crafters. I don't quite know what happened there, how I made that boo-boo, but I did, but never mind. That's better. And there we go, and that is the spring version. Now I will do the summer version off camera, but I will link the photo to it on my Facebook group, and that's G's Creations. There'll be a link for it in the comments as well as the description bar. But there we go, so that's the winter, the autumn and the spring, and that was all, and they are all made using this designated winter stamp set, which is available from my store, G's Embellishment Emporium. So it just goes to show that even though it's a specific season or holiday, you can use stamp sets throughout the year. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you again very soon with another craft. Take care now. Bye bye.